what do you feel is your personal highlight from your career?
I think personal highlight, being honest, is definitely, obviously, making my debut for Liverpool and playing for Liverpool for a sustained period of time. And then, obviously, I think captaining Leeds United, who are a huge club in my eyes, and I've always had a place in my heart. And it was something I always wanted to be captain of Leeds at some point. Been a lot of good players who've been in that position, and we've lost a lot of people as well, who were great Leeds players and managers and stuff over the last few years. So yeah, I don't forget that, and yeah, I'm just blessed that I've had the opportunity to be around football and be around some great clubs and some great. I suppose, even if my country didn't play as many times as I wanted, but I loved it. And I think, like I say, I think if you speak to any footballer, we're all, everyone's got a fair bit of ability, but what it comes down to as well is having that heart and that determination sometimes, and whatever happens to you is to move forward. And I've always kind of had that alongside me, but it's been tough at times. But I'm just moving in the right direction at the minute, and a lot of people in the world at the moment are suffering a little bit, well, more than a little bit. So I think we're all kind of trying to reunite kind of all of us back together, especially in the football world as well, because like I've just mentioned, we've lost a lot of great people of recent years and recent times, actually. So, I'm still a bit hurt about a few people we've lost as well, because there's been a lot of great people personally to me as well that we've lost through COVID and stuff and other illnesses. So I'm always mindful of that. I always think about them. It's funny how you do think about it. I've been having a scan, as you know yourself, been having a scan, and when I was sat in there, you sometimes just end up thinking about other people and what they've been going through and how they deal with it and stuff. It's funny how the mind switches, but that's what football has done to me, and all the people have helped me and surrounded me around me. And I just want to try and do something for all them at some point when I can, and when I get the opportunity, because it's important, I think, at the moment as well, because at the moment we're all looking for things to do, I suppose, and we're also looking to try and all get out of this position that we can move forward and we don't have to be on Zoom all the time. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoy it. We all get used to it, don't we? But it's like you say, there's nothing like, for me, in football, is a conversation or an interview when it's it's kind of more intimate, and it's kind of, I don't know, Zoom's great and it's worked for well for me, and I've had a few gigs out of it over the last few months, and I've got a few coming up, and I'm working with a few today. So I'm kind of enjoying it in a funny way. I'm not very technical, so I'm trying to adapt, as we've seen earlier with the problem that we had. So I'm optimistic about everything at the minute, but obviously I still, in the back of my mind, thinking of a lot of people that have been through a difficult time, and they've obviously they've struggled with that. So it's an important moment for me in my life to start getting back to that and get back to as normal as I can. And that's my aim in life at the minute. It's not much, just back to being a little bit normal. It's funny how things do change. And sorry, I've gone off tangent there. But yeah, it was just important. I wanted to get across a little bit about the people we have lost, and Trevor Cherry at Leeds, Big Norm. I'm probably missing out a few other people as well, because my memory's not brilliant. Big Jack, Big Jack, absolute legends of the game, and especially at Leeds. Liverpool, Ray Clements, Tottenham, one of your teams. Yeah. It's interesting. I've seen. I was in Portugal in the summer, and I sat with Ray and his wife for a couple of hours, and had a lovely chat with him. I'd met Ray a few times through a couple of interviews I'd been doing with Liverpool, and he was just a beautiful man, great guy, lovely fella. And his son works in the game now as well, and played in the game as well. So it's, it's probably been a tough time for him and the family. But I just wanted to mention them people, because when you know them a little bit and stuff as well, it's just hits home, doesn't it? I suppose, and I think that's what's hit me over the last, this period. It's I've been thinking a lot about the people we've lost, to be honest, and just hoping we can at some point get a moment to we can all go and and pay our respects. I suppose that's the best way of putting it.
Yeah, definitely. And I think obviously you mentioned the fact that you wore the armband. You followed in the footsteps of those kind of men who may or may not have worn the armband themselves, but they were definitely leaders within the clubs and the communities as well. And I'm sure that Liverpool fans and Leeds fans will view you as someone that will carry that on, because you've had ambassador roles as well with the clubs. And again, it goes a long way for you acknowledging those men at those times as well. And hopefully we can move forward for that normality as well. And thank you for mentioning that.
It's important. So I think, no matter which team you play for, which club you're at, doesn't matter. It's that world where we've all got to look out for each other. And I think we're seeing in the world now, people are getting held to rights for certain stuff, and rightly so. And around the world, the more we can all get on the same page of it. It's gonna, life's gonna be a better place to be, and we can all muck in and help each other out. That's what it is. And like what we're doing today, this interview is helping me. I'm helping you, and we all move on forward together. That's life. That's how it should be. And we need to get more of that into our world and into our communities.